Yeah, Bad Mind TV, back again. Big up, big up. Lem wagwan lem.
What's good, my people? What's good, my people? Back again.
Yeah, for real. With another topic here. Boom. Does anyone? I don't know if anyone will remember. Obviously, some people won't. Some people you won't remember due to like age. What we're talking about, one of the first black youths, yeah, to get stabbed in the UK, like for knife crime, the first one, and it was a youth called Damilola Taylor.
And non-racially as well. Non-racially.
Yeah, it was non-racial. It was a black on black crime, and he was stabbed and left for dead in an alleyway. And the two youths that killed him, he was 10, and the two youths that were killed him were 12 and 12. I think they were 12 and 13. And that was in the year 2000 in November. And it's something that is a big thing in the UK. Check it out, Damilola Taylor, yeah. Yeah, he was the first. And then years later now, like, that's kind of, what happened to him is normal now. I think back then, when that happened to him, there weren't many people being stabbed by things. So he was a big thing because of his age, 10 years old. And the fact that the people who killed him were also kids as well. Now, if you go fast forward, that's normal now. But back then, it wasn't as normal. So where we're going with this then, it's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. If you look at it, if that's the first one, the trend that's taken in, like the trend as in like the increase of knife crime since that year there to this year here is crazy.
It is. It is, isn't it? When you think of it, if you did a balance, you think it is.
See what I'm saying though, yeah, this has always been the case for me, what I think, yeah. It's the truth anyway, yeah. You see, down London,
Yeah.
We ain't close to no docks and ports and stuff like that. You man are close to Manchester. I don't know how close you are, but I know you man are closer to places with ports and docks than we are. Like we got London docks, tobacco docks, but there ain't anything that comes. It's not used how it used to be used, and it's there ain't no thing about export.
Yeah.
In London, guns are extremely expensive, bro. Extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And the reason why knife crime is such on the rise in London, I can talk for, is because it's just as simple as this.
Yeah.
Not all the youths them got money.
Yeah,
but
I know.
guess what? They got enough money to go and buy it online and buy a £20 or £30 massive zombie knife, killer Rambo style knife. You know what I'm trying to say? It's £20, £30, and they got their murder weapon rather than having to save up 4 or 5 grand, 6 grand for certain things. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that is another reason why, because it's just literally the youths don't have bread, so they go. Even some of them don't even buy. They go in their mum's kitchen.
Yeah.
You get me? They go out grab mum's knife from the kitchen. So it's like fucking. That's why I think it's gone so crazy, because I feel like if it was cheaper, much more, because the gunshots already go off, but trust me, it's between people that can afford to do it.
Yeah.
Trust me. You get me? But if it was cheaper like up north, I reckon it'll be even worse down here. Even worse down here.
Well, what people used to recognise, what people really need to recognise, is half of the things that are on the road, are not even they've made things. They've been made or manufactured. Or the ammunition is being made as well. So more time when people are getting like shot, they're not being shot with like proper things like what you see people with Americans have got. They kind of made stuff it'd be like some kind of blank firing firearm that's been drilled through, and then they just make the food that goes in it. It's very bish bash bosh put together. You know what I mean? People ain't being licked with official stuff. You see, if they were, the damage would have been a lot worse. If the damage is like what it is, off like things that are being passed around, these things are being used like all slags, like they're being passed around in it. So they're being beat out, and there probably was. I mean, they don't operate properly. So the fact of the matter is, and they're still doing the job. So imagine if they had the things that you could go in a shop and buy them and have an official one that come from the factory. You get what I'm trying to say? There ain't really much
I know
factory
exactly what
things.
you're saying.
There ain't no factory operational things out there like that, you know. It's all put together and screwed together and, you know, like that
No, there
most...
definitely is. No, there definitely is. I'll give you an example. Yeah.
No, there
I'll
is, of
give you an
course there is.
example.
There is, but I'm telling you, it
No, there
average...
definitely is not. But what you're saying is right. What you're saying is right. I'm not even saying that you're wrong, because
Yeah.
there definitely is that is on the rise. That's on the rise because so much shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So people are trying to find other ways to fucking
To get the job done.
their thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to get the job done. So that's you're 100% right. You're 100% right. But
Yeah.
I was just gonna add to that. Saying,
Yeah.
do you hear about? I don't know. Do you know about the fucking rapper Dickie B?
Yes.
Yeah, one of his brethren last year got hit up with a Mac. Yeah, shot 8 times. I don't know if you saw it. It was kind of viral. He done a little interview about it and he spoke about the situation.
Yeah.
It was kind of viral. Went kind of viral. And fucking shot twice in the head, couple more times in the body, in the arm and shit like that. 8 shots altogether. Man survived, you know. My man survived, but crazy. But the point I'm making is that was by a Mac. So man, them have really got real functioning. Them youths that are fucking with each other that are in that thing, they're all up. They're all up. All of them got over 100 bags. Some of them got M's. Some of them got M's. Like some of them, man, they're there.
But you know what?
So
Yeah, but what it is now,
tools.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, you might have the car's official, but you're using red diesel to drive the car. So in hence that if the gun is like a one that's come from like a proper factory made one, and then the ammunition what's going in, that's been made. So again, when that's hitting the person, it's not proper factory ammunition. It's made in people's yard.
Yeah,
Because one thing.
Oh, you're talking about the corn, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the corn. So
100%.
sometimes man are getting liquid corn that's not properly pressurized by a machine.
Yeah,
It's not properly. It's not sealed up properly by the machine and stamped with the factory badge. This is some in a man's back garden, in a fucking greenhouse, just pressing them out and making them so they can work and fit the thing. People just want things that can fit in there, and it really. So that's what I'm saying. He leaves because he's probably lucky that the corn in there was you know, it wasn't official like that.
No, probably wasn't.
Yeah,
wasn't.
Yeah,
No.
come on. Make that be proper. Like maybe you get some from America, then from a shop in America, the proper gold ones, yeah, and put that in there and see what that does. See what that does to you. See what the real copper tip one them do. Yeah, so but I hear that still like they having to.
Yeah, no, my main point was
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a cheaper way. Like the reason why knife crime is so high, I believe, is just a cheaper way for people to get badness.
Yeah, it's
done,
poverty.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Poverty driven. I've said that from the beginning. It's poverty driven. Of course it is. It's poverty driven. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly like what you just said. It's poverty has caused people not to the things have gone up. The guns, the price has gone extortionate. And obviously, you can get a knife for 20 quid from fucking Tesco. You can go to Tesco and get a pack of knives. You get me? You can get a pack of knives now. Kitchen knives, a pack, and arm your whole crew. 10 knife pack. You know what I'm saying to you? So,
no, I've got a good point to what I just thought. A lot of kids, and this is real talk as well, a lot of kids roll with knives nowadays because they're scared. Bare of them ain't even rolling with knives because they got problems. Bare of them are rolling with knives, first of all, because it's almost fashionable for a certain age group to be rolling with it. Second of all, is because they don't really want to get into problems and they ain't got something to defend themselves with. Because this comes back to a story that I saw on your page that I wasn't involved in about UK's no self-defense. You ain't got no self-defense, brother. Man can run up on you and cause you all kinds of damage. And
that's right.
You can defend. There are rare cases. There are rare
cases.
Like, there was a case, rare cases. I could tell you one that happened in London about 10 years ago. Maybe even longer than that, on Boxing Day, yeah. They were in central London, like one of the busiest streets in central London, yeah. Some two youths that didn't like each other from South London, they was there, saw each other, got into a madness. One of the youths ended up getting poked and dying. But the reason why the youth who poked him and got away with it in a self-defense thing, bare people say he was judged, but the reason why is because they never found his knife, they only found the person who was the aggressive knife. And on CCTV, you see the aggressor go for him.
Yeah.
So man was like, raw, I fucking wrestled him, got his knife off him, and used his knife against him, and he got away with it like that. You get me?
Okay.
So very rare cases, but for the most part, you can't defend yourself, bro.
You can't
defend yourself.
You can't. Did you actually see the review? There's an American guy. I was kind of jealous. The man messaged me and goes, "You know what? It's a shame for you in England. I carry a Glock 19 every day." That's what the white man made. Look at the bottom of the comments on that video, yeah?
I think I've seen it.
Yeah. And it's like he's trying to let me know, listen, I got my Glock for that, bro. You can't... Listen, when the man said that, you know what? I felt insignificant. I smelled small. I felt like you're making me know, like, you all are over there just in some sufferation. You lot are some big head. You get me? I thought this is...
No, I'm not, bro. I hear that still.
Yeah, I felt like a little boy.
Remember this though as well, yeah. England's much smaller. Enough people are dead overnight, boy. If guns turn legal, boy.
Now you know what it is. I'll be honest with you.
People are dead overnight.
Do you know what? They was legal in this country until do you know Don Blaine? Did you hear the Don Blaine massacre when a man went in school and shot up loads of kids in 1993? In '93 in this country, a white man ran up in a school in a nursery and started shooting kids. From that day, they said there will never be handguns allowed in this country again. So that means before 1993, you could apply for one. And you know what the funny thing is about Birmingham? Do you know that handguns...
Apply for a shotgun.
Yeah, you can apply for a shotgun, but you could have a handgun. You could apply for it back then if you had the right record. But now you can't since that issue. And the funny thing is, you know where the handguns are made in this country? In Birmingham, in the jewelry quarter. That's where they make them, you know. Handguns are made in my city. I only found out that about 2 years ago. They're made here. They make them and ship them to other countries. I didn't fucking know that. So, you know what I mean? Them making them big like Birmingham. Wagwan. They don't tell you that. I found out. They're made in the jewelry quarter store. They make revolvers and them thing there. And shotguns. Yeah, they're made right here. So that's probably why they find their way into the community. And it sometimes... You know, when someone gets a job there, they might be able to siphon copper out in it. That's probably where they come from. They can never be making those things around the man them, and sometimes they don't filter out in it.
Yeah, fact.
There's gonna be there's no way.
Even how certain man them got mashes is because like you said, 1993 and all of them places. Not even 1993. It was them man that was in IRA that was fighting some of the IRA man them that little conflict there. Some of the man them that come off of that and retired out of that, they had access to bare weapons, boy. You get me? Not army man certain man got access to bare weapons after the fact, after they served, if you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, bro.
I respect that.
That's how certain man get grenades and shit. That's how grenades sometimes get around.
Yeah, man, like Dale Cregan, big up Dale Cregan, you get me? Just saying. Big up man like Real Mo, just saying. I big up the man there, you know, star. Big up business. Big up China from Birmingham. Big up business, star. Big up anybody who blood clot, who do the thing, they do the thing and they do it right. Right? That's so anyway, moving on. If you know, you get me? So boom. On my TV, you know anything set. So boom. So yeah, it's like that round, yeah. And yeah, I'm just like, yeah, Damilola Taylor, those still like, you know, we're just seeing that now. We're seeing a lot of them. We've seen a lot of Damilolas right now, you know. Yeah, rest in peace to him. And you know, like rest in peace to him still, you know, on this whatever. Because it's a long time. You know, like that. So I hope that even if one of his relatives see that and go, hold on, Damilola Taylor, because I'm gonna obviously make the description for this will be his name will be in the description in it, so they might see and say, you know what, at least he got a mention, you know. At least you know, he hasn't been forgotten as a black youth. The black community hasn't. I mean, I'm from Bromley, so that was in London. It happened. You said it was in Peckham side. You said it was Peckham.
Yeah, Peckham.
Okay, so it's in ghetto then. So obviously, yeah, the Brummies didn't forget him. You get me? The black community in Brum obviously hasn't been forgotten. He hasn't. You get me? Yeah, yeah, for real. So, you know, like that. No one's not clout chasing here. We just mentioned because obviously what's going on. That's what the channel's about. And I remember I said, no, so I'm sure there was. And I checked it and I goes, yeah, I remember that. It was a big thing, man. It was a big thing. It was big thing. It was a big thing. And they only got done for manslaughter, which is what I can't think now. If you got done for that now, there would be no manslaughter. It doesn't matter that they was 12 years old. You'd still get life. You'd still get, you know what you'd get a 15 year, you'd get a low tariff, so it'd be about 12-year life. But then after 12 years, they'll see where your head's at, kind of thing, if we can let you back out. So you get 12-year determinate or 15. That's what you get. You don't get like the 32s. Now they don't do that to the youth. Then they give them chance to live again. Yeah, they get lower tariffs, but you would have still been at L plates. So you could probably still do 20 years, 18. You come out after 18 years, something like that. You get me? So I don't know how they got manslaughter. If you take a knife out your yard, is intent, you know. That's how they get you now. You see, if you got the knife on you, and all right, let me tell you a story. I had a friend, this guy here, and he stabbed a man, yeah. He stabbed a man that was bullying him, yeah, and intimidating him and that. Like he was proper. Anywhere he seen him, wanted to rob him, tap him down and that, yeah. And he must have one day he took the knife out his, and he wanted to go and buy his family some fish from the fish shop. So he went to the fish shop in the morning, and he must have seen the man, and the man must have been hitching with his waist, and he's juked him in his neck one time, you know, and the man died. But when he went to court, the judge says it wouldn't have been a problem, but you took the knife out your yard, so the intent is already there. So what he's saying, it don't matter, you know. If you say, oh, the man was about to shoot me, if you juke him and they say, where you get that knife there from? Better say you say you find it on the ground and it dropped from him trousers and you pick it up and you juke him. Cause if you tell them, I took it from my yard, I brought it out my house from the kitchen, that's it for you. It's curtains. It's curtains now, because you've already premeditated that you're willing to kill. That's how the jury see it. They treat like the fact that you're willing to take the knife out your yard. It's for anyone who just takes one out their yard, for these youths, them, or anyone at college or whatever, and you every day you take the knife. Every day you do that, the government see that you was intending to kill, even though you think it's for self-defense. It's not how we see it, it's how they see it. So when you go to court, you say, I carry it every day just because I'm scared. It doesn't matter. You took it out your yard, so you already intended to kill subconsciously. That's how they see it. So that's what, it makes no difference in it. You have to just own what you're on in it. Whatever you're on, just make sure you're owning what you're on in it, I suppose. In it, there's no woman and R-ing, you know, I suppose. Just, you know, they have to own it, man. Just, they have to own it, innit? Scrap saying one of him children, better to be with it than be without it. So
there's serious problems like that. I definitely hear that. When you're in serious, when you're actually like in real problems, I definitely hear why when I'm step with their things, innit?
Yes.
But there's a lot of youths who are just forcing it. They're forcing it. Brothers just come up like just stop forcing it. You get me?
Yeah.
Man, just out here like man said, that bad man said out here every day. Judge ain't gonna have no sympathy.
There's not gonna no sympathy. There isn't none. There isn't still. There isn't. You know what? I got done with an offensive weapon once, yeah, and it was my work tool, and I still got offensive weapon for a Stanley blade. That was my work tool, yeah, and I had a car valeting business, and he used the Stanley blade to cut off some of the plastics, and they put the grip ties on the cars when they come from the auction, and they've got things on the windows like different tags and stuff. So yeah, the knife goes through it, yeah, and no matter what, I proved I had a business, and I still got in trouble. I still got a fine and whatever for the blade in my pocket. So even that there still, it doesn't matter what it is. From it's sharp and it looks like it can do damage. You can't get away. There's nothing you can do. And it's shit in this country for that, man. It's shit. It's really bad for that still. And I think that's why it's so alarming when things happen, because they're thinking you're not supposed to have knives. You're not supposed to think it. But maybe if they says today, knives are legal, weapons are legal, do what you're doing, you probably see less things happen. Do you know that? It become commercial.
No, it's true. That's how I think that. Don't get it twisted. If guns was legal in this country as well, there would be more shootings, but people would definitely think twice because they know raw.
Yeah, you've got one. Yeah, you've got it as well. You've got it. Bro, listen, it's not a joke. Remember this, you know. Remember this, you know. Say like, you'd be able to have a full clip of proper corn. the things proper come from whatever country, Slovakia or Germany. It's the proper spinner, whatever. It's all official. Comes in a box when it was delivered. You cannot get it off at Amazon to blood clot. What happened to you? No one's gonna miss. Everyone's got food. Everyone's got corn. Man's all got two of them and them. It's not. It become normal. It become like commercialized. You know, like it be a bit commercial. Like it just it'd be just normal, like smoking weed. I'm being nice. That's how I think humans stay. It'd be just normal. Like, oh, you have your 9 pan, yeah, and him having shotgun. This man's got a rifle. It would just be normal, like how it is in America. They've only got those things in it. Remember, when you watch Americans walking with their thing, they walk around in shopping centers, and some of them can open carry, and they just got them in. They're in Asda with it just blatantly on their hip while he's shopping, and then you got the other ones that have to conceal it. You can't have it open carry. So there are no members of society doing school run with their pistol, and there's no problems. But then you got the black community. There you go, but there's the black communities now that we seem to use it because there's crack dealing and there's things that we need to protect, like our jewelry and your possessions. So that's what in the white community, it's not bad. They're not using their pistols for that in the white communities, you know. They're not. They go to the pub with each other and be like, oh, you got a new pistol, Larry? He'll be like, yeah, I just got myself an ARC-6, you know, like that. Like, they just see them as trophies. Like, what's the biggest one I can get with the most power? But they ain't hurting nobody with them.
Facts.
Well, when we get them things,
they'll get twisted. You step on their property.
Yes,
like,
they'll lift you up.
To use it, and
yeah,
they're very skilled at using it.
Yeah, they'll lift you up, mate. They'll lift you up. Them man, they shoot them back.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
White man know how to shoot guns better than black man.
Oh, of course.
Them man, they actually. You get me? Them man, they actually spend bare time on the range. There are some black men that spend time on the range. Like, like I said, you can go get shotguns in the UK. Cause I went clear vision shooting a couple of years ago with the man them for the man them's birthday. Blood, the amount of brothers, not even brothers, white men, and like I saw one Asian man there that went to the boot of their car and backed out their own personal shotgun. I was like, raw.
Yes.
Their man actually got shotguns and for them and come and bring them.
Yeah. No, I got a mate. He's got his license, man.
You get me? They're practicing. So when they actually do ever get in a situation where they've been practicing, Ruben, they're clotting it up, bro.
Now you know what you can have you can have a 3-shot pump as well. I got a white friend. He's got that. You have to keep them in a cabinet. He's got 3 shotguns here, and one of them's a 3-shot pump. You can't have a 6-shooter. You can have a 3-shooter. So it's like boom, boom. So you can lick 3 shots quickly. So he's got a pump pistol, but it's only 3 shots. So in this country, you can't have a 6-shot pump. Like you can't have a Mossberg like America, unless it's illegal. That's what you see. Like what it is when people like the Americans and they say them messages and say, oh, we've got this and we've got that. Yeah, it's like, okay, all right then. Even if man did have that, I could never say to you, no one from my country could go, oh yeah, I've got one of those. I know my mate's got one of those. We can't talk like that. Our tongues are tied. So even if you ever met an Englishman that's got something like that and he says, and he's got a black or something, he could never say to you, oh yeah, I've got one of them. You know what I'm saying to you? We can't get involved in that conversation. So it's kind of like, it just shows the differences of where you live in it. We can't talk about them things that if you was involved in that, but they can. It's about where you live in the world. But I can't go to their country. Neither. I can't go to America, so it's kind of peak. But I've been a naughty boy. They ain't letting me in. The 2 countries I can't go to is Australia or America. Yeah, it's peak. I'd have to write that.
There's only certain places in America that looks like it's lit anyway, bro. Like Miami, LA, and New York. Everywhere else, I don't even care for.
Now you can get into Miami. You can get in there from Jamaica. So what you do is you go to Jamaica and then catch the boat to Miami. You can get in that way. And Miami's easy to get in. It's full of full of gangsters.
That's probably one of the latest places to go to. So you're good, anyway.
Yeah, Miami's full of like gangsters and importers and big fishes that have made their money from Jamaica and they've gone over. That's where they kick. That's where they kick the field.
It turned like that in the fucking 70s, man.
Yeah. It's like a haven for the ones who have done well in the drug game. Yeah. So that's where you put your feet up. That's where you retire. Yeah, you retire in Miami. Yeah. Yeah, that's where you take your riches and you go kick back. You get me? But like so.
Yeah. So what would you say? Because obviously, it's coming up to the time to wrap it, innit?
Yeah, what yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
what do you think
yeah.
a solution for the knife cam would be if you had the power?
Put the prices up on knives. Put the prices up. Just put the prices that are crazy to buy knives in it. The crazy prices. Even online, that's what you do. If you put the price up here, it's extortionate now. We need to put the price. You know, like how the fruit and the veggies gone up prices. Put the knife prices up. In fact, that's a good idea. If anyone's involved in economics and you see this video,
People that ain't
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you want to buy a kitchen knife or a decent big, no, the big knives. Them, you see the big one. Them, like the big knives, like your big pots and that. Them big pots to cook with. They cost money. Anything big is more expensive. So those knives, they want the bigger the better. So I would say for anything longer than 6 inches, you make them expensive. Yeah. Unless you're involved in chefery, unless you've got a trade and you're involved in chefery, so you get them cheaper. You got an account to get knives, that's different. But if you're just the average Joe now, it's £40 for your minimum slim, for your minimum long knife, and £45. And then to put them to them prices where them kids ain't got them money now, they have to go chipping. They're gonna have to chip in together to get the one knife, and then who's gonna have it on them is dead. You have to walk with each other and make sure that the mad one's got it on him, because you know he's gonna back it quick. So it's kind of a bit, yeah, it's a bit thingy. I think that's the only way. There's not much you can do. You have to play with the mathematics, man. Put the prices up. Say like how the gun prices went up, and now everyone I ran to knives because they can't afford them. Put the price up on the knives. Then they'll have to fight. Then we'll go back to fighting, innit? If the guns get too expensive, you know what's gonna happen. People are gonna start going and doing UFC fight. You'll see a large youth start going to do the gym and do the fighting courses, maybe. You know what I mean? MMA. You see them start running for MMA because that's all they're gonna have left.
The younger generation are kind of on that as well, though. There are more that because they grew up with UFC. There's more actual fighters than there used to be. I think
there is, because even my little brother's doing it now. Still, not gonna lie, he's doing a bit of boxing and that.
There's more fighters, I feel like, than there used to be.
Yeah, for real.
And there's still more, but there's even more madmen than there used to be. So I don't know if it balances out like that. Yeah.
Balance. Yeah, I don't, like that. So on that one, I suppose it's R.I.P. Damilola Taylor. R.I.P. to all those who have died through the knife thing, or if you've been shot and you're not here. From Brum to London, like that. It's one order, it's one family, it's one community, I suppose. Yeah, boom. So Bad Mind TV, big up. Lem look later.
I'm on. Always love.
Yeah, man. Until next time. Yeah, safe. One.